Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
Good morning.
Welcome to Bunce Island.
Thank you.
It's our pleasure of having you here. This is the Bunce Island, which you can see how quiet and peaceful it is here. The quietness and the peacefulness of this island. So many things had passed away here. And sometimes you hardly see some birds, sometimes you can see some monkeys, but no one resides on the island here. It's because of basically two main reasons. First of all, it's an historic anti-slavery slavery island, and it's also a cultural, ceremonial and spiritual place, wherein before introducing the coming of Christianity and Islam, this is why in 2016 we was awarded as one of the best religious tolerant country in Africa, because the Muslims and the Christians living side by side, we're all living together, basically because we all believed that all these both religions are foreign religions. So basically people living alongside the coast here used to come here to have actually their kind of spiritual performances. For every year, twice a year, every November and April, we have a lot of Black Americans who actually come here to also reconnect to Sierra Leone, trying to trace their DNA, trying to trace their route after done, their DNA has been done. Here on Bunce Island, this particular place we are standing here, this place is called the African Village. They used to have a lot of huts here. The free African workers who worked, they never allowed them to enter into the castle there. These people are really well security conscious. They never allowed Africans to enter into the castle. This is where they used to have all their little homes. They stayed here. And people coming from the interior bringing all sorts of assorted stuff to them. They can walk all the way up here, and there is a water well which is mostly about 80 feet deep. And that water well served as fresh water to provide to strangers or provide to traders as well. So we have a high personality person. He's the chief of Kamasondo, that covers Pepel and covers all Bunce Island here. Yeah. So
Chief Alaji Bayadam Kaba.
Wow. So I was telling you, we have some evidence here that no slave is being allowed to bury on the island. The only two who fortunately have a link to the chiefs, and one of them is a great grandfather of, this man. He is connected to them. Anyway, woman away kono de kono in Senegal lawur. Senegal. Kono so kono karabum. Aha. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Muna inem please your name?
Sophie.
Okay, kono yanyes kono Sophie.
Okay, Sophie. Obonesu.
We are happy.
Thank you.
Afumwanyi kanto.
We are happy to have you all here.
Thank you. Omar. Mr. Bia.
Afumwanyi pepe andir kanto fi.
This type of people that come here today, you are contributing great help to this nation. We hope and pray God help you all. We pray to God for safe coming and safe return.
Thank you.
And we thank you so much. We are happy. We are happy to see you again here. We are happy. Thank you. Thank you. Do I think that Pedro de Center discovered Sierra Leone? The answer is no. Pedro da Centra is one of the early Europeans who visited Sierra Leone, I can tell you, because Sierra Leone had been existing long years ago before coming of the Europeans. In fact, let me tell you, if the white people had practicing democracy today, we Africans introduced democracy. Sierra Leone had been practicing democracy. In the Timini section, just like in the Mede section, in the Timini, when they said Kaprukuma, that's Minister of Finance, Caprofente, Minister of Defense, so so we have all those things. We have Kuruba, when they say the army chief of staff, all those are the warriors. So we used to have our way of system. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main entrance to the castle. This entrance here, it used to have 2 wooden doors. And there is always a security guard standing up there.
With an arm, right?
Well armed.
If
anyone approaches here, then you are done. But because of you can see the fort, there are a lot of school of thought are saying we should do it like the Chinese, like a 3D computer, wherein it should be demolished and we should construct it just like, to all it's fake. We want it to see stand, but the only thing we need to strengthen it. So in 2019, there are some funds. We started that project. They started constructing it in 2019. What they did was they invited some archaeologists to make sure that every material being used to fortify the fort is being used here. Okay? And I told you that you were using oyster shells. The oyster shells in those days in Sierra Leone, only the paramount chiefs were use oyster shells to paint their house white. And oyster shells is also used as a powder form. They burn the oyster shells to a certain degree. We call it a limestone, wherein they burn it to a certain degree, and then it acts like a form of cement to do some of these structures. You can listen this song written by John Newton, who later regretted. He was also a slavery masterminded man. When he went to England, he regretted and became converted to a good Christianity, and introduced the Wesleyan Christian missionary to Sierra Leone. And these are the songs that he wrote. Let's listen to this word carefully. You can play them in the shade so that people will not get too tired because of humidity. It's high. Yeah. Come this way. Yeah.
Amazing Grace, right?
Yes.
So you said Newman wrote it?
Yes, John Newton.
After this?
Yes, after everything.
He was in Sierra Leone?
He was in Sierra Leone, John Newton.
If you notice, Amazing Grace is more of a sailor. It's a sailor's recount.
So this is where all they do the documentary, there. Furthermore, you have the blacksmith that's responsible to do the shackle for the slaves, and you have the kitchen that provides meal for the slaves as well. And the back door there is 2 doors. The main door, the door on the right is the male slave yard, and the door on the left is the female slave yard. And in the female slave yard, they also have a room for children's slaves. You wonder why? Initially, they were not interested in children, but again, having children slaves, what? It helped them what? It's easy for them to be brainwashed. They're easily converted. They can accept anything that says to them. SOS, you there? We there! This is a cemetery, and it's divided into 2 parts. On the left of on my left-hand side here, these are the only 2 blacks that are fortunate to be buried here. On the right-hand side over there are so many white stone graves there. Most of them had been working here during the Atlantic slave trade, including one prominent man called Thomas Knight, who was the chief agent here, who was selling slaves to England and America.
He died here.
He died here. And in fact, he was the man who sent a petition to the British Parliament when the youngest British parliamentarian called William Wilberforce was trying to stop slavery, to abolish slavery, to support the motion in Parliament for slavery to be abolished. That's why he was named as a place named after him, Wilberforce Village, to remember him. Of course, you have Captain Joseph Doran, who was a slave ship captain, You have his second captain here. You have Andrew. You have the chief agent is here, Thomas Knight, all lying here.
Thomas Knight is the one named after the Wilberforce.
No, it's William Wilberforce. Okay. So after, absolutely. So, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the people of Sierra Leone, on behalf of VSL Travel, staff and management, we would like to thank you for patronizing with our business, and we thank the SOS organization for what you are doing in Sierra Leone. Thank you so much, and thank you.
It's like it doesn't trust him.
Come on. Trust him. Come. Hey, wait. Come on. Stop. The right feet. Stand in. Yes. The right. Okay, come on now. Come on. I said come this way. Where? Come straight. Come on. Fine. Thunder for fire! Who is talking to me?
What makes you trust that the direction that the leader gives you is the right one? We all have one destination, not so? So the destination was the other line, behind the other line. Yet you had multiple ways of getting to that destination, not so? And then in getting into those different ways, you had different people guiding one person. So if we apply it now to our work on a day-to-day basis, after you've listened to all those voices, what makes you trust the one voice that you have to follow? Once we determine our strategy for 2023, we have done it together, not so? Hello? Yeah. We have done it together. I am Sophie Ndong, the country director for SOS Children's Villages. I've been in the country since 1974, and our target group are children who have lost parental care and those at risk of losing parental care for various reasons, and children being exposed to different risks like child trafficking, abuse, neglect, abandonment. SOS comes on board and work with the ministries who refer the children to us so we can take care of them so they don't end up in the streets. And that's why we exist. But we also work within the communities, and we go down at the community level and work to ensure that we break the cycle of family separation. So we work with partners so that families stay together and we don't wait till children are referred to us. Because a lot of people ask, why is it that SOS is so much into youth empowerment activities? Well, our children, they grow up, and when they grow up, we have to take care of them and allow them to go after universities, what to do to become active members of the society. I have to commend VSL for supporting us through this wonderful journey today. Our work is very difficult. Unlike other organizations, we take care of children ourselves. The children stay with us 24/7. And this is part of our strategic planning for 2023. We have 2 or 3 days of reflection as to what our plan should be. And then we continued with the leadership training and we ended up with team building. This is to reinforce the team cohesion. This is to build up, the unity among the team members. And we want to dive into what we call value-based performance. Our values are courage, accountability, trust, and commitment. How do we live it together as a senior management team first? And then how do we cascade it down to the rest of the team in the country, Bo-Makeni and Freetown? That was the purpose. And sometimes we need to take a break, come together as a team, reflect, get some strength, and move forward. A wonderful experience, I must say. I am from Senegal, and in Senegal we have a well-known island that's called Gorée. And we had a lot of slaves in there as well. And I think anytime you hear the story, it shows you how Africa is connected, particularly this region. And so I was deeply touched by the story, and I enjoyed going back to the roots and having a sense and understanding of what connects us to this land, this beautiful land of Sierra Leone. And I really enjoyed it, and I'm happy I pushed for it to happen today. I must say it was well organized. It was quite a smooth ride because of the coordination. The guide was excellent. You people really took care of us, and we really appreciate it. So on behalf of the children, the young people, the staff of SOS Children's Villages in Sierra Leone, we want to express our gratitude and appreciation to VSL Travel and VSL as a whole, from the leaders to every single member of the team. Thank you so very much.